I'm your host, Brittany McDowell, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of our PAC Politics Podcast. If you don't know, our podcast is brought to you by our organization, our United Resource PAC. We are a tax-exempt political organization. On today's show, I want to kind of not really get into any news, but actually make an announcement. Over the next few weeks, we're going to be doing a bit of a deep dive, something we haven't really done before. We're going to be diving deep into the American Rescue Plan. I've heard and seen a lot of people talking about it pretty ambiguously because there really hasn't been, to this point, a lot of information about it. But we do have some information, and I don't want to bore you with getting into the details all at once, so we're going to do it again over the next few weeks. Also, if you have yet to receive your stimulus payment, your economic impact payment, we've got a resource for you to check out, one that will help you check the status of your economic impact payment. That said, that's what I've got for you today. Let's go ahead and let's get this episode started. You're listening to another episode of our PAC Politics Podcast. It's about that time for the next episode. Hey, this is Brittany. Just wanted to shoot you a quick reminder. Look in the description box of this episode and you can find a link to our website. On our website, you can find our latest blog posts. You can find our contact information. You even want to make a contribution, you can go over there and do that as well. You can find out the policies we are looking at and targeting as an organization. You know, I say all the time that we are a tax-exempt political organization. If you want to know more about that, again, go on over to our website, our-pac.com, where you can find out everything you want to know. You can do everything you want to do. We will gladly welcome you on our website with open arms. Again, check out our website in the description box below. So we're going to be doing something that we have not done before on our podcast. On our podcast, pretty much, even though we are focused on the same issue, every episode is different in nature. But the next few episodes, notwithstanding anything, emergent happening, but our plan over the next few weeks is to do a new podcast series on the American Rescue Plan. The fact that I'm calling it the American Rescue Plan, and I can guarantee that some of you are like, what in the heck is that? Is exactly why we're going to be doing this series. Everyone's been talking about the third stimulus package, but it has a name, right? Well, its draft has a name, right? This plan is called the American Rescue Plan. And so, again, the details have been pretty unknown for the most part, but a lot of people, myself included, have gotten a hold of some details, and there are details that you can absolutely get access to as well. But more details have become available, and again, people need to know about it, starting with the name, which again is the American Rescue Plan. So our plan is to do this 5-part series. 5 parts, a part a week is essentially an episode. We do 3 episodes a week, with the exception of this week we had Monday off, so this is our first episode of the week. But we do 1 part per episode, and again, what we're going to be doing is talking about different aspects of the American Rescue Plan. I really want to do a deep dive, and I think I'd be doing a disservice if I sought to do all of it in one shindig. I've looked at our data, and when I do really long episodes, they don't fare too well. So we're not going down that route. And again, you're like, Brittany, what in the heck is the American Rescue Plan? I know we're going to be doing some sort of third stimulus possibly, but what in the heck is this third rescue plan, this American Rescue Plan? It is, if you've been hearing about the $1.9 trillion economic stimulus package that's been proposed by President Biden, this is exactly that. All right. We have some details. We had previously talked about, we've talked about this plan in a limited capacity over the last few episodes. But one of the things that you may have mentioned that I've talked, or you may have recalled that I've talked about, was the fact that the Senate actually approved the start of what's called reconciliation. And it's a process by which they're going to actually seek to get this stimulus plan passed. We've actually, despite the fact that kind of details have been elusive to most people, we've actually seen quite a bit of movement on the actual plan itself. Brittany, what have we seen? Well, on February 8th, we had the Financial Services Committee and the Education and Labor Committee. They actually released the draft of the legislation. Prior to that, we just kind of had this plan that was put out in the air, but nothing concrete to look at. That changed on the 8th of this month. Then after that, we had a portion of the plan, the package rather, be approved by the House Ways and Means Committee literally a few days later on the 11th of February. So like less than a week ago. Then on top of that, the legislation has been approved by 3 different committees: the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, Small Business Committee, and the House Veterans Affairs Committees. So again, we have seen quite a bit of movement on this legislation, despite the fact that a lot of people, you probably included, don't really know too much about it. So this, again, is why over the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about in pretty good detail what is the American Rescue Plan. Let's look at different aspects. Let's talk about it. And let's get some information to you that you, quite frankly, need to know. So don't miss out over the next few weeks. Excuse me. This episode today, I'm not really breaking any news. I know that there's stuff that I could talk about, but especially when you consider the timing, the date, specifically the timing relative to when we are expecting this third stimulus package to be passed, we are really at that time where it's either now or never to really discuss the nitty-gritty of this plan. And so we're choosing to do that again over the next few weeks. So make sure that you do not miss out. Hey, so I want to tell you about our email list. Our email list is one of the best ways that you can stay in touch with us. If you look in the description box of this episode, you'll find a link to join our email list. By joining our email list, you'll get access to updates about policy and politicians that we support and oppose. When we have events, you'll get to know about those events via emails, and we'll just generally share news with you. We won't spam your inbox, I promise. And also, we inform you of our newest podcast episodes, which come out Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, by the way. Anyhow, joining the email list is not only easy, but it is absolutely free. Look in the description box of this episode. You'll find the link. Click it. Give us your name and your email. That's all we need. And you'll be in. So please join our email list and connect with us today. All right. Thanks. Today's resource that I am sharing is a resource that we have mentioned and promoted several times on our podcast before. What it is an official government tool that will help you confirm if the IRS and Treasury have sent your economic impact payment, your stimulus check. But in addition to that, it will also let you know the method by which they sent it, how they sent it, if they sent a direct deposit, and if you didn't get it, maybe it went into a wrong account. And if that's the case, it will also inform you of what will happen. Maybe they mailed you a check and it's in the mail, and your mail just, who knows, right? But if I don't have that information, but this tool does, it again is an official government tool. To get access to it, if you look in the description box of this episode, you will find a link to join our mailing list. We will not spam you. Our mailing list is an awesome way to keep in contact with us. But most importantly, it's an awesome way to get access to this tool. It's great, again, for you if you have not yet received your economic impact payment, as well as other people. It might be something that you want to get access to, so that way you can share it with them. The resource also does mention the other kind of option that some people are going to have when it comes to actually getting your economic impact payment. Some people will get checks, some people will get direct deposits, some people who are eligible will end up having to utilize a tax credit. If you want more information, not just on how you'll get your payment, if you'll get it when, you also, might want to get information on this tax credit, which this tool will also provide you information on. So again, if you look in the description box below, click the link to join our email list. You'll just have to give us your name, your email address, and as soon as you sign up, we'll get you a welcome email, and then within a few seconds after that, you'll get the email with access to this resource. So you can find that in the description box below. I hope the resource is of benefit to you or someone you know. So that is our episode for today, Wednesday, February 17th, 2021. And it does not sound foreign anymore for me to say 2021. Make sure, again, that you look forward to our next few episodes to catch the information that we're going to be sharing about the American Rescue Plan, which again is that $1.9 trillion plan that's been proposed by President Biden. I'm pretty sure that the information we plan to share today is going to be different as we go over these next few weeks, because things will happen, more information will come out. That's to be expected, all right? So if you want to be aware of what's going on, make sure you tune in. All right. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I plan to as well. Please, 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 please take COVID seriously. I know we've got the vaccine. I know the numbers are going down, but we are not out of the woods yet. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Wear your mask. Use your hand sanitizer. And most of all, if you have a hazmat suit, break that sucker out. I'll see you Friday. Have a good one, and thank you for listening to our PAC Politics Podcast.